Hi everyone, so you can see it's gym time for John. So I can't run today because, as you'll have seen earlier in the video, I've dislocated my little toe, but I should be running in the next 2 or 3 days, I think, anyway. So I thought I'd do some strength training and I'll do some yoga later as well, anyway. I always have to do some exercise every day. Everything I do in life, I have to do exercise every day. My mind just doesn't function how it should. You know, my lymphatic system doesn't move, and gets bogged down. And I need my mind to function. As you've seen, I have a big job on my hands at the moment, and Daniel is a lot of work. I'm blessed that the Dada means sister in Swahili, that the girls are at the site. Because I've just managed to get away from doing exercise and stuff with him, which involves him jumping up and down on the spot. But I'm trying to show him map the house out as well, which is a task unto itself. So, oh bless him. You know, I always say to people, you need to be in the present moment. But you can't just be in the present moment and neglect the rest of your life, and that's what some belief systems on the planet do. Certain Luciferian belief systems have that belief. All there is now, so it doesn't matter what you do. Well, I believe all there is now, but I'm also well aware that yesterday and tomorrow do exist as an echo to show you where now is. So they will come. You know, you can't just negate the fact that they're around. So you've got to get in the present moment in life. You've got to stay present-minded. And the example I have is taking these children into my care, into the fund's care, to the children's home's care. You know, the only income that provides for those children, I just caught a glimpse of a moth. The only income that provides for those children is social media. That's it. Donations from people who see us on social media. Be it Facebook, YouTube as well. Sponsorship. And I say to everybody that I can't do anything without people doing that. So I like people to look at it not as the fund, but as me simply asking an aspect of humanity's consciousness to react to the situation that's going on the planet. And I think that's what we need. So you're asking the aspect of human consciousness that is sharing to share. And you're tapping into something that's already existent, it's just dormant. It's not quite alive. So it's not Uchira Children's Fund. It's the consciousness of humanity, and it's one of the beautiful parts of it, because there's many spectrums within that conscious, and some of it's not so pretty, some of it is. So you've got to stay present-minded is what I was wanting to say. I've gone off on a bit of a tangent, and the reason being is you can't think things out, because not all the time. You know, like Daniel coming here, a lot of people would have said, well, you need to think about this. Or, you know, and I would have once over in my life, I'd have said, I need to think about this. But the thing is about thinking is eventually your thought appears in your head like that. Can't click my fingers with these gloves on. Eventually the thought appears in your head, just like switching a light on. It manifests in there. And whether you meditate with a silent mind or you think it over, it still appears inside your mind. It still appears. Regardless, I've done this. If I sit silently in meditation and thoughtless, I will still make a decision, even if I sit and think about it. It's just if I do it one way, I'm much more relaxed when the decision comes. If I think about it, what happens is you start thinking about yourself. That's what you do. Oh, if I take in on this extra burden, if I take on this, then how will it affect me? And I have a thing which was well worded by Eckhart Tolle, where he said, I can't live with myself, so which one's the real you? Which one's the imposter? And this is why I don't like to think things through, because you start thinking about yourself and it doesn't work. Morally and lovingly speaking, if there's a child in trouble on the planet, should we need to think it through if we can offer them care and love? We shouldn't need to think it through. We should just act. And this is why you need to learn to meditate, I believe, because then you bypass your carnal mind. And when the problem does arise and a child does need help, you act. You fix the problem. You don't work. You don't sit thinking about it. How will this affect me? How will this affect... And I see lots of people with really good hearts, and they do think about it, and they wonder how it's going to affect them. But you know what? I always know those people, when they're thinking about it, are going to come to the same conclusion. You've got to act. You've got to act. Because it's not about me. It's not about the us that we call me. And I see it. I see spot people. They're going off to have a think, and I'm like, yeah, they don't know yet that regardless of what they think about, they've got an amazing heart. So they're going to make the decision in favour of helping people. Whereas I've come to the point, as I say, I've done that much meditation and contemplation, I know that whether I think about it or I just sit and meditate in a thoughtless state, when the time arises to make that decision, you're still going to make the decision, and it's still going to appear yes or no inside your head, just like switching on a light. You have a lot less control over your thought processes than what you think, I believe. People think, oh, but no, my thought process allowed me to make the decision. How did you manifest the decision into your brain? How did you tell that to summon from consciousness and appear within you? If you can work out how you did that, then maybe, just maybe, you made the decision. If not, then maybe it was just inevitable. And the whole chatter thing is just your ego wanting to... Anyway, I'm going to get off, because this was my day in the life video, and I've kind of gone off into a semi-musing now, dare I say. So, thank you, everyone, for all the love and support and lovely messages, and for the amazing people who keep coming forward and offering to support Daniel. Thank you. So, can't do any of it without you. Yeah. Okay, bye guys.